Well, Centra Health joining a nationwide initiative called Stop the Bleed after an increase in violent crime. The program aims to give bystanders the knowledge and training to give emergency aid to someone who is bleeding uncontrollably. WFXR's Anna McDougall was at Lynchburg General Hospital this morning learning more about the initiative.
I want my children to be safe, and God forbid something happens, but I want people in the community to know how to save their lives.
Dr. William Weber is a trauma surgeon at Lynchburg General. He says more and more people are coming into the hospital with injuries causing uncontrolled bleeding. He adds that deaths related to this are often preventable if people know what to do.
The truth is that almost anything that you do is going to be helpful. If you can slow down their bleeding, almost anything that you do is going to be helpful.
He says the training takes just a couple hours. People learn valuable knowledge that can help them help others. He walked me through what that training might look like, starting with the first step, applying pressure and dressing the wound.
As we wrap that around, that will continue to apply some pressure.
In case of more severe bleeding, he also demonstrates how to use a tourniquet.
Slide it on over the extremity. You want to stay off of any joints. You want to be either above or below the joint, and you want to be as close to the wound as possible. Wrap it around, again, 2 to 4 inches above the joint, and just wrap it around until you want to kind of pull that tight. We twist this around, you should start to see the bleeding stop.
Holly Shackelford is a firefighter and paramedic with Lynchburg Fire and EMS who says having this Stop the Bleed training can help patients stay alive before EMS gets there.
A citizen can help us by applying pressure that keeps the patient from bleeding out.
She says even with no training, there is always something you can do.
Try to keep them talking. Believe it or not, when someone is in a trauma, a lot of times they will shut down.
To learn more on how you can get this life-saving training, go to stopthebleed.org. In Lynchburg, Anna McDougall, WFXR News.
All right, and a lot of important information there. And Dr. Weber adds that even with no training, if you come across someone who is bleeding, you can use a cloth, a plastic bag, or even just your hand to put pressure on the wound and slow down the bleed until EMS arrives.